What's up, everybody? It's Andrew again on Friday. Can you hear me okay? I don't know if the mic is working just like it's supposed to. But anyway, happy Friday. I hope everybody had a happy Friday. Um, I have some big news. I got my Covenant dropship finished. Hello, Riverbolt Productions. How are you? Happy Friday. Got some good news. I got my Covenant dropship done. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Trying to figure out how to get this thing going. Should show it any second. Giving everybody just a few minutes to join in. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff I've been up to this week. And happy Friday. It's done. Yes, it has been an epic one. Hello, Braden. How are you? Just a second, guys. I'm trying to get the live chat going where I can see it good. Won't be long. While we're waiting, I can show you some of the stuff that comes with the Covenant dropship. These are the figures. This is an Imperial Grunts, and then these are some Grunt Miners. Here I got all four of them. Just some of the figures that come with it. This is the Elite Zealots and the Elite Commander. You're gonna get a good look at these. Let me bring them up here. I really like this figure. If I can hold on to it. Get some focus going there. Yeah. I really like that. I like that purple and gold color scheme there. They did a good job with that one. And the Zealot. Yes, they are very awesome. I like these. There is a consensus. This one, I have another one of these somewhere, and I think this one is way better. This turned out very good. All right, guys, what's been going on? There we go. I got it up. Maybe. I got my coffee, and I'm ready to live stream. Hold on. Hey, find where the volume is. All right. There we go. All right, we are in business. How do I see the chat? It seems to happen every time. There it is. I see it. All right, there we go. Now I can read it. Sorry about the echo. I got it sorted out now. Okay. All right. We're gonna go over the my Covenant dropship. I'm gonna bring it out here in just a second. I got an Incinerator Cyclops also this week to show you, and then we're gonna open up to a Q&A. And can everybody hear me? Okay. I hope that's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out, and we can get it going. Hello, the oddly said. How are you? All right. Dun, 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 dun. This is it. It is massive. I don't even know if it's going to fit on the screen. Whoa. A little too much there. I probably should have... Let me scoot it back just a little bit. But that is about all I can fit on the screen without having to move the camera stand. But that is it. This took a really long time to do. I would say probably about 8 hours. I worked on it Wednesday and Thursday, and I just finished it about 30 minutes ago, and I kind of rushed around to get it out here, and just kind of showing you everything. This is the back end of it. Hello, Ghost. How are you? Man, I should have scooted the camera back a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so this is the inside of it. You can kind of see down in there. You got your screen there, and that's that. These wings are adjustable, and let's move around to, well, put those back like that. I'm just going to show you everything, and then I can kind of show you some notes I had on it. Here on the side, all of these doors kind of open up, and just kind of open those up. I don't know how well you can see in there, but all those open up, and let's see if I can get, I don't know how well you can see up in there, but here's a little flashlight. You can see it's got all this stuff in there. I didn't put the weapons in there just because I figured they would be kind of hard to get out, so I just left them out. But I guess the idea there is, you know, you can have your figures come out here and maybe jump out the ship or something like that. And you know, I really like how they did the doors. I was a little bit frustrated with how it was coming together, but I think overall they did a really good job. Kind of coming up with that. All right, we don't need that. And it's really heavy for, I know that probably goes without saying, but there's a lot of pieces here. This is about 2,381 pieces all together. And I can't really turn it around like that, but without bumping into stuff. Let me see if I can get it in here like this. Whoop, I still bumped it. Alright, so this is the interior of it, kind of like the inside. I went ahead and put a ghost in here just to kind of show you that that's where that goes. And we got all of this there. I'm going to go ahead and take this out just to show you what... it's cool that it holds a ghost. I like that. That's a cool little feature. So this just kind of pops out, and then these kind of fold up, I guess. Whoop, I took a piece with me. That's supposed to go there, like that. There we go. So you can kind of see down in there. These are adjustable, obviously. I guess they could go like that too. And here in the back, you got these that can open up a little bit. And they can kind of swing out a little bit like that. So that's kind of a neat little feature. Let me scoop this out. Maybe I can get it. You can see back down in here a little better on this side. We need to go up just a tad. Around in there. Okay, now we can open that up. Maybe you can see down in there a little better. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Alright, so that is the inside of this one. I did leave the guns and stuff out of there just so I could have... I wouldn't have to get in there and try to get those out of there. You can't really get your hands down in there very well. So I'll probably be leaving them out. So yeah, that's that. Okay, I guess I could show you that real quick. This is the little screen on the inside there. That's kind of cool. Alright, and I think I've showed you just about all of everything. Let me come around here to the back. I don't really want to pick it up just because I don't want a chance dropping it. That would be a disaster. You can see some more of the details over here in the back. There's a gun here that pops out. I don't have the gun put together. I guess I kind of forgot to put that on there, but that's the gun there. Whoop. Get it around there where you can see it. Right in there is the gun, where the gun's supposed to go. That's supposed to pop out and shoot. I forgot to put that together, so oh well, I'll get that later. You can't really see down in there very good from this angle. And I'm trying not to break anything, just because I don't want to have to do that. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of that. Okay, so now we can go over some of the stuff I had an issue with. Now, this is a great set. I love it. This was a fun build. I'll start with these. The doors are good, especially these ones, but this one that is 5 stud wide is a little bit flimsy, and I guess that's just because it just comes off a little too easy. Uh, so I feel like maybe they could have made a piece there that went the full length, so it'd have a little bit more strength, maybe, or maybe add something there to kind of give it a little brace. And also, I'm not sure if I was missing pieces or this is supposed to be a little taller. This one here in the middle, the 1x1 cheese wedge, it's not the same height. And I mean, I had this scattered all over the house, so it's possible that I didn't have it, but that piece isn't right, so that doesn't fit. And it's the same thing on the other side. I don't know if they forgot to include it or what, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss it, didn't drop any pieces and lose them. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. I may be able to find some of those extra ones. This piece here is also one that I think was missing because there was nothing else like that. You can see that this one goes, it's like an angle there, and this one's more of a straight angle. So that one I'm certain was missing because they included this piece and it had no other place that it could go. So that little piece there was missing. Also on these things here, there was a smooth tile blue translucent that was missing. So I just put two studded one on. See, it's supposed to look like that one. So I just did that. I may find a blue smooth one somewhere. I think I'm using them for something right now though. So anything else? Also, these pieces here are supposed to have these little blue. I couldn't get them in there once it was built. So when it tells you to put those on, go ahead and put them on. I thought, well, I'll just add those when I'm done. I want to get a bunch of it done before I start adding all these little accent pieces. I thought I could get in there. I'll have to get a tool or something to get in there. I just couldn't get my big dumb fingers in there and get them on there. So that's not their fault. That's my fault for not following the instructions. I think that's really the only complaints that I have. You can see on this door here, this is the other 5 stud wide door. There's that piece again, and it's missing. So not a big deal. It's not that big a deal. I think I have some of those, but you know, anyway. So that's that. That took a long time to build. About 8 hours, I would say. I spent off and on. I worked on it for 4 hours one day, about 4 hours the next day, and I did a little bit of work to it today just to kind of finish it up. And I still was missing a couple things. I think that's it. So this is probably now my favorite set. It's the biggest set I've ever put together, and I think this one's my favorite. There's very little wrong with it. The figures are great. I got it at a discounted price, so there's really nothing too difficult to complain about. And let me take just a minute here and check the chats, see where everybody's at. This was a very fun build. I had a good time. I would recommend that when you build this, don't open all the bags up and dump them into a tub, because that's what I did. And man, I was digging. That was mostly dig time, trying to find the right piece. So if I'd have done it a different way, it probably wouldn't have took nearly as long. Hello, Lego King. How are you? Dun, 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 dun. If you're going to see Jurassic Kingdom, oh, that's cool. I wish I was you. Okay, we're all caught up. All right, so that's the set here, and let's see if I can get it out of the way just a little bit. Okay, this was kind of what was left over. Yeah, I had an extra terrain piece, a couple of these. I guess they're rocks for this. I don't know if I guess you could build it up a little bit. It does seem a little low on the stand, but you probably wouldn't want to get it too high, or you might chance it falling apart. I'm not certain that was even supposed to be in there. That might have been like an extra piece of mine. So you got just a couple of pieces here that were extra. And again, these aren't really extra, but I didn't put them on the gun stand, the little thing that looks kind of like a hand. I didn't put those on there just because I didn't want to mess with that. You got you a big 4x4 ice piece there. Here's part of the gun that I need to put on. I'll put that on later. And they had a bunch of these little round 1x1 stud on top. So that's that. And they had a couple little purple pieces that were extra slopes, and there's an extra pin. It's good that they included this stuff. This is an extra big piece that didn't go anywhere. So that's all good. Good. I like to have those kind of extra ones just in case, you know. I guess if you took it apart, I think they put these in here just in case you're gonna drop one here and there, especially the little ones. So that's good that they include extra pieces. I thought there would be more extra pieces, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ghost back on there just because that's how I think I'm gonna leave it when I put it up. So I'm gonna put that back on there real quick. How is everybody? Let's see if I can find where it goes. I think it goes right there. If I can get it to line up. It's a lot easier in the rehearsal. There we go. All right, there we go. All right. All right, so that is done. I got a special place for this. I'm gonna put up somewhere. I showed you the stand already. There's really nothing to that. Just something to kind of hold on to it. But that is it. The Covenant dropship. I'm glad it's done, and I'll try to be figuring out a way to incorporate that into a video. I would like to figure out a way to maybe suspend it from some cables or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but my mind will be working on that. All right, let's get this out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this part here. This opens up too, so you got that. These little things open up, and you can kind of, I guess you could put some troops in there and have them jump out of there, something like that. Another complaint on that was these are a little bit flimsy, but not too bad. It's hardly noticeable. All right, we're done with that. I'm glad that's done. All right, guys. I'm doing good. I'm just checking the chats here, seeing how everybody's doing. Ah, yes. Drawkill Foxy, how are you? I have a lot of sets. I'm not sure, probably 30 or 40 different ones. That the one I just showed you, the dropship, that's the biggest one I have. So I'll be getting hopefully some more bigger sets soon. I'm really close to 5,000 subscribers, and I said that once I got to 5,000, I would start taking a more serious interest in the YouTube stuff. So be looking for more of those. I have not seen anything for the UNSC Infinity coming out yet. I have not seen that. Okay, you're gonna like this one, Drawkill, because I got some tips for you on how to build this one. Let's go ahead and bring it out here. So this is it. I went ahead and put it together. I was gonna put it together in the stream, but I decided to go ahead and put that together. So this is a pretty cool one. It is really like I mean, you can hear the sounds of that. So it's really really stiff as far as motion. It's going to be real hard to animate this with it so difficult to move around. Uh, so that's basically that. You can kind of see all this. We have the tank on the back here that's holding the fuel, and this comes up there, and then I guess you shoot that out of there, and it's got a little spear. I really like these the way they did the fingers, or this thing. That looks really cool. And I like that you can make a fist with it. That's kind of cool, especially if you wanted to go like toe to toe with something big. I guess the arm come off. That figures. We're gonna get into what I think about this one in just a second. But that's it. Basically that. Give you a good look at the box here. I got this just this weekend, so I think there's a couple more of these. There's the this one here looks like the sniper Cyclops, and I have the figure. Let me get that out. So here's the figure that comes with it. He's the Flame Marine, not to be confused with the Flaming Marine. That's a whole different thing. But here is a really good figure. I like this figure. So you got all the stuff. Get a good look at him here. A really good job on the mold of the helmet and all of the armor pieces. Those are all real good. Yeah. Am I holding this right? Let me get that up there. So you can see it. Man, we're up to 11. Jeez. I didn't notice that. That's a new record for the live stream. Thank you, number 11. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not used to seeing double digits up there. But anyway, that's that. The figure there. I guess if I had some tips for you, I would say maybe get you a little bit of sandpaper or something to kind of smooth down some of these joints because they're a little bit too stiff. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to have to glue these on because they will not stay on. Either that or you might try to put a different, these ones too. These fall off real easy for some reason. Now I'm thinking maybe a Lego brick there instead would maybe hold it better, but I'm not certain. But that's probably one that you would have to glue to keep it on there because it just pops off way too easy. And you got to be careful not to get it hung up in this chest piece here, like I just did. There we go. Get out of there. And from the looks of this it looks fine. I mean, that's what it looks like that. These pieces also here in the back come off really easy. You're gonna have to be extra careful with those. So this one's gonna need some work. The shoulder pieces come off real easy. I mean, like that. I mean, that comes right off. So you're gonna have to work with it a little bit, I think, just to get it to do right. I got that put on there wrong. Yeah, and you'll definitely have to work out those joints. You shouldn't hear any noises, and you can hear quite a bit of them right there if you listen. So this isn't the greatest set, but it is a far better set than some of the Cyclopses they've had in the past. You can see this stuff is just kind of falling apart here and there. I don't even know where this came from. Oh man, that will be a very hard one to try to get into an animation just because things are constantly trying to fall off. But who knows? We again, I don't know what's going on. Why are you doing this? It doesn't help that I've had like 9 cups of coffee either, and I'm real shaky. Okay, I'm gonna quit messing with that. Give me just a second. I'm gonna show you the other Cyclops I have, if I can find it. Okay, so this is the other one I have, and you can see that this one is a far better version. This is the flood one, uh, and this is just garbage. I don't know why they came out with this, but very boxy. It doesn't stay on very good either. So um, there's some flood things that go in there, but I took them off. Uh, you only got one range of motion on that, so this one is better than this one, but not much. Without some heavy modifications to make it better. All right, guys, just checking the chats again. Hello, Halo Scout. How are you? I do have that guy somewhere. I don't know where he's at. Right offhand. This comes with a flood infection form and a flood alpha, combat alpha, something like that. I have that somewhere, but anyway, just getting a good look at this one. It sucks, to put it mildly. Just not well made, especially when you're used to some pretty quality things coming out of Mega Bloks. But luckily, I didn't spend a whole lot of money on there. You see that they did use these. Let me get that out of there. They did use these same ones here for the new one. They're red, but these are they adjustable? Yeah, they just haven't been kind of worked out a little bit. I may put these on that one just because these ones are kind of stiff. But anyway, that's that. I guess the Mantis would fall into this kind of category of vehicles, and that's probably the best one that they have. I really like that one. I have that somewhere, but I'm not going to dig it out just yet. So that's that. These are pretty cheap. I don't think I paid too much for these ones. So a lot of unique parts on there, and they did a good job with the hands and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a total loss. Just keep in mind that you're gonna have some stuff to work with on it to get it to function like you want it to, especially if you're gonna be playing with it a lot. So where does that go? So this, oh yeah, I forgot to show you this. This opens up too, so you can get your guy down in there, which is kind of cool. But you can see here where they have these, they don't fit in there real good to start with. And it would have been better if these two had been fused together somehow. Like I would glue these two together with some super glue just to keep them from popping off. And that would help it a lot if that happened. And then your figure sits up in there. Of course, you'll have to take all the stuff off of him. You'll have to take off the fuel pack and the gun, and then he'll sit up in there. But that's the idea there. This one was a really fast build. This was maybe 10-15 minutes if you're a pretty experienced builder. So don't be looking for that to take very long. It's a good addition. I like it. Okay. Alright guys, I am checking the chats just to see where we're at. Probably Master Chief, if I had to say so, Braden. I like that figure, and I like the June figure. Those are both real good ones, and I guess that's all I have to say about that I can think of. This actually came with this came with 4 for the dropship, but I have him up. He's up in the thing, I think. Yeah. There's 4 of the miners and 1 of the Imperial grunts. Um, just so you know. Alright guys, I'm going to get this stuff out of here and we can look at the dropship a little bit more, in case anybody missed it earlier. Yeah, I'll set this over there. Hope everybody's having a happy Friday. Hope you didn't miss out on Father's Day. That was last week. Again, this was awesome. I really like it. I'm really curious about how I'm going to get this up in the air like it's flying. That's going to be a challenge without using a green screen. So that's going to be interesting to kind of figure out how that's going to work. But that's part of the fun, is trying to figure out, how to do stuff. I can't think of it. I'm trying to think of anything that I missed earlier when I was talking about this. These section right here is a little bit sticks up a little bit. It's not quite flush as these, and I think that was a machine parts issue there. You can just see there's a little bit of raised up part there, and it's the same on that side too. So I don't know if that's just how it sits, but anyway, I would be prepared if you're going to build this. Be sure to set aside at least 4 or 5 hours, especially if you don't have to look for the parts like I had to. I had to build a section and then dump it all into a bucket and put it up so the kids wouldn't get after it and lose the pieces. And then I'd have to dig them back out and spread them back out and kind of find the pieces that you need. And I did do I built it in different stages. So I built these after I built the stand. I built the stand first just because I thought that would make it easier getting those pieces out of the mix and out of the digging process. So I did that first, and then I built these, and then these were built last. I built these today. It took about 30 minutes to build this section here, and it's just a decorator section. Same on the other side, it's just a mirror of that. So I built that today. That took about 30 minutes just to kind of dig through there. And I can't think of any other tips other than you're going to have a lot of workspace so you can spread all the parts out. Maybe get some little buckets and or cups or something, and when you open the bag, pour them in the cup. I've seen some people do that, and then you just know which cup to go to. So that's really the only tip I have, I guess. Maybe you could also build these all at once and get those parts out of the way, because there's quite a few of those. But anyway, that was a fun one. I had a good time with that one, and I can't wait for the next big one. I'm gonna check the chats here, guys. You guys want to open it up to the Q&A? I don't really have anything else to show you. I don't have any news as far as the channel. I'm working on an animation right now, and I've only got about 15 seconds done, so not very impressive. But I should have it done, hopefully, in a couple weeks or two. Just checking the chats real quick, guys. Oh, and also I want to build a miniature version of this. I think I have enough parts to make that. That may be the solution to making it fly, is having a smaller version of this. I don't know what scale, but maybe half. Well, maybe not half. I don't know. Less than half. Maybe a quarter scale of this. I think I have enough parts to make something like that, and I know how this one was put together, so I can kind of figure out how to do that. Maybe. Let me see here. what would be a good scaled down version of that. So like, well, no, not that one. So if I made this one out of Legos, that would be the size of that. I don't know if that's probably quarter scale, maybe quarter scale. Whoops. Anyway, that may be a solution for that. And just show the miniature flying, and then show this for the up close stuff. That may be how the best way to do it. That's how Hollywood would do it. And also, I would probably make an interior section separate from this, just like the one that you see on the inside, and then just have that separate on like on a base plate or something. That might be a good way to do the interior shots of that. If I do that, something like that. That's a solution. I guess they could if they really wanted to. Get in there. I have something. I think I could do that. That would be a fun little challenge to try to make a smaller version of this. I wonder if there's anybody out there that's did something like that, a miniature version. Of course, it wouldn't be nearly as detailed. They really did a good job with this on the details. You got a lot of good things. Some might be a little sad by these studs. A lot of people don't like to see the studs on a finished model, like here, maybe here. They don't like to see those, but that's not a big deal. You should let people know that it's still Lego or brick based instead of all smooth all the time, because they make other models. So how do you know the difference? Well, if you could, I guess if you wanted to send stuff, you'd have to get in contact with me. You'd have to send me an email or something. Right now, I have more Lego and Mega Blocks than I can handle. As far as I have pieces everywhere, and it's just a nightmare trying to sort everything out. And you'll pretty much drive yourself crazy trying to find some sort of system that works. So I end up just I organize some. And then other times I just dump them all in a big bucket, and then I'll just dig around till I find what I need. I will put in. You'll just have to email me. Just email me. I'd rather do it like that. I don't want everyone knowing where I live, just for safety reasons and confidential reasons. But if you'll email me, my email is boxsite117@gmail.com. And if you're serious about sending stuff, maybe we can definitely work out some sort of trade or something like that. I really don't want people just to give me things, because I feel like they should get something in return. So maybe we can work out some sort of exchange thing, which would be cool. I have lots of stuff I don't ever use, and I would be more than willing to loan it to somebody for a month or two, and then they send it back or send me something. Especially with the price of stuff right now is real high, and the channel's doing fine, but I don't really make enough money to just go out and go crazy and buy everything. And a lot of times I have to pick and choose what I'm gonna get, just so that I have what I need. But there's a lot of stuff I want. And so I have to put the needs above the wants for now. So I would like to do that. That would be fun. And I wanted to mention something about some of the sets are hard to get. Like some people don't have the sets anymore. They quit making them. And then there's only so many that they make. And then, kids lose them, or if somebody cleans out their locker or something, throws them away or whatever. So some sets can be pretty rare, and if you're looking for a particular thing, like I'm looking for the Assassin's Creed, I forgot the name of it, but it's the one with the British ones. It's like $40, and I really can't see spending $40 for what really is about 5 figures. And then I'm gonna make a video with it that will probably only make $10 or $11. So I mean, that doesn't really justify the purchase. If you'll send me your email, Halo Scout, I'll send it to you. Yeah, definitely things. I was saying that because I want to say like a year or two ago, I seen them at Walmart and they were only like $12, and they were brand new, not out of the box. Of course, I guess if you get them from Amazon, that would be brand new too. But like if you're going like eBay or something, somebody might have opened it, might have some missing pieces or something. But yeah, $40 is a lot for what you're getting. I mean, you're not getting much for that. So I wish I'd have bought those when I had the chance. For one thing, I didn't plan on doing anything with the Assassin's Creed line, but now that I'm kind of wanting to do some kind of like sketch comedy stuff, I kind of want a little British soldier just so I can do a funny British accent and have him do some funny things. But anyway. Let me check this real quick. Darren Zoe, I think that's the one. It has 4 little British soldiers and a British flag, and I think it has one of the Assassin's Creed characters. I'm not sure, but that's the one I really want. I kind of want to do a little. I got a little idea for an animation, and I wanted to do that one. If I can't get my hands on it, I will bite the bullet and just order one from Amazon and be done. And it almost has to be that just because of the look. It'd be hard to build one without having the key parts. I can't make parts yet. If I ever get really making a lot of money, I'd like to get a 3D printer and then just I can make my own stuff. That would be really awesome. Maybe in a few years those things will be a little cheaper, and it'll definitely make like this one. If you could machine your own parts, then you could kind of fix them the way that you want to use them. Like somebody might want to put this on a display, and then that's it, like for a diorama or whatever. So it wouldn't need to move around much. You could just put it in a pose and then leave it, and you wouldn't have to move it around. But when you're animating, you kind of want stuff to move around, but you don't want it to move around like crazy loose. Like you don't want it to just fall apart or whatever. So you want it built sturdy and just enough movement where you can get the shots that you need without it like falling apart or losing its position. A lot of people watching this one. Thank you guys. I really appreciate everybody tuning in to the live stream and chilling with me on a Friday. And the plan is I'm going to do these until the end of summer, and then I'm going to kind of quit doing the live stream for a while and kind of get back into making videos again. Especially the animated videos, and I'm gonna try to do some more instructional videos too. So hopefully that's the plan. I'm gonna do these probably up until the last week in July. So there's probably 4 more live streams. Well, no wait, 6 more, and then I'm kind of gonna get serious about getting back to work. I might go 1 week in August. Man, I forgot where I was at. I'm trying to get you guys. I'm sorry. If you are just joining us, thank you for joining the live stream. We had a record number of 11 at one point. I'm kind of just going through here. Dun 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 dun. I told you after things that the price has gone up. And anytime something isn't very popular, like they don't sell a lot of them, the stores will take them off the shelf and then they'll cancel their orders. So when they do that, then they become a lot more rare, if that makes sense. So the store stops ordering them. Then the factory's like, well, we're not going to make these. They're not selling. Let's change our production and get to something that is. So that's why sometimes stuff can become real rare real quick. And not everybody has that collector mentality. Like some people will be like, I got to get this because they're going to quit making it. So you have to kind of be on the lookout for stuff. And you may have an idea of what you want to do at the time, but it's hard to project what you're going to do in the future. So that's where I made the mistake of not getting them when I had a chance to get them cheap. But it's okay to pay a little extra too. I'm checking the live chats here just a second. I kind of... if you guys got any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. I got about 20 minutes and I got to go. Do you want a custom figure? Because I could send you one. Send me whatever you got. I don't know. I'll find a use for them. All right, guys. Any questions? Yeah, this isn't a phone case. This is an iPad case. This is me watching the live stream. I like to use this feature here. This is why I sometimes have difficulties answering questions, because my phone, I'm recording on the phone, and it kind of obscures a little bit of the screen, so I can't see what the questions are. That's why I'm having a little bit of trouble. So I usually get the iPad. You can see down here my battery's about dead. Forgot to charge it. But anyway, that helps keep me up to date on what's going on with the chats. I don't have any of those. Hello Scout, you're going to have to send me your email, and then I'll send you an email with my address. That's about the only way I can do it. I will make probably a Gray Matters Part 2 at some point. Right now I've got a couple of things I want to get off the schedule. I don't want to say what they are. It's kind of a surprise. But I will be making more videos of Gray Team. I'm gonna have to buy some books and read the books just so I know kind of more about the characters. I want to do something faithful to the characters in the universe, so I will be doing that. Do you have an idea on how to make the dropship fly? I'm all ears. You guys are chatty bang bang today. Like, I'm having a hard time keeping up. I hope everybody's having a good summer. It's pretty hot where I'm at. The garage is it's not as bad as it usually is, but it's still pretty hot. I'm about to get inside here pretty soon and watch some Ancient Aliens or something. Put a table under a green screen, green shot lens on table. Yeah. I don't really like doing green screen that much, just because I'm not very comfortable with it. And to me, every time I do it, it looks really cheesy. Like, so I try not to do that if I don't have to. There's some shots you have to do that, but for the most part, I try to stay all, I guess, not green screen. So I try not to do that. The best thing I think I can do to make it fly is just make a smaller version of it, and then I can control that a lot better. And that might be pretty easy to do. And that would be fun to kind of make a small version of it. like the microfleet Warthog for the long shots. You can get you can make something feel a little bigger by using small scale. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Summer is man, it's tough. Uh, I live in Arkansas, so not only is it hot, it's really humid, and it don't take long to really wear you out. Like just being out in the heat really zaps your energy. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that's what it feels like out here. Has anybody got any other questions? I got about another 15 and I gotta go. If I missed your question, somebody was asking me last week what my favorite animation was that I've done, and by how much fun it was and how much I enjoy watching it now, I'd have to say Gray Matters is my favorite. Just because I had a real fun time making it, and I didn't get as frustrated as I did with some of my other ones. And it was good to have a lot of dialogue and all that kind of stuff. That just made it a lot more fun. That's the one that if I'm late at night, I'll jump on there and I'll watch that one just about every night, maybe once or twice a week. I'll watch that just to kind of keep me inspired and kind of remember the fun I had. A lot of the older ones, I had a lot of trouble animating them, and I got kind of frustrated because what I was seeing in my head wasn't the same as what was going on the screen, and that can be a little frustrating. And then back then, I had to go back and fix stuff and reshoot things. Something got in the way, or something's not. The continuity was off, or something, and I had to go back and fix it. And so, Gray Matters is one that I felt like I made the entire video without making any mistakes. There is some mistakes in there, but none that are like continuity or something like that. Um, so that one is the most accurate to what I could say was in my head for the video. I did I think a pretty good job of translating that from my head to what you watch. So. I don't use an app for stop motion. A lot of people are always asking me what app I use. Now I use an app for the picture, for taking the pictures, but actually the stop motion is just put into the movie maker, and then I adjust frame rates and I add a little captions or something like that, or fix the lighting or something. There's really no app that I use. Which is probably why it's not as smooth as it could be. I've seen some people use apps, and it looks almost like Hollywood quality videos, where all the movements are very fluid, and there's just a seamless way between the frames. You can see my stuff is a little choppy and stuff like that, and that's because I don't use one of those. And it's not because I don't want to. I just rather do things like I've always done them. That way, I don't have to learn more stuff. I got enough swimming around in my head. I don't want to have to remember how to do something else. I try to keep it very simple because the more complicated it gets, the less I enjoy it. And I said if I ever stopped enjoying what I was doing, I was going to quit and not do it anymore, because that's what it's about. It's about enjoying yourself, having a good time. Sharing your ideas with people, and it's always fun to see something that you make kind of, I don't want to say blow up and everybody's watching it, but a lot of people watch it and they enjoy it. So that's very, very satisfying to have that, and that's what I want to keep doing. I don't want to make anything more complicated. What? Braden, I don't know. If you had a camera, could you take a shot and keep doing it over and over again? Yeah, that's basically how you animate. This thing's about to go dead. The iPad. But pretend this is a camera here, and you wanna animate this, and what you do is you mount this camera, or you put it where it's not gonna move, and then you take a picture. Say you wanted this to open up. If I can get it to open up with one hand, you would just take a picture here and there. You take a every time this moves, you take a picture, and that's how you do it. Each time you would take a picture, and then once that's completed, there is some apps that you can go directly from your phone and edit your stuff. I don't do that. I plug my phone up into the computer. I download all the pictures for the day, and then I'll sit there and put those pictures in the movie maker and adjust the frame rates and put the scenes where they go. Sometimes I shoot stuff not in continuity order. I'll shoot if I'm shooting an exterior of something. I'll shoot every shot that I need for the exterior, even though it's going to cut to maybe an interior shot. And that's a good way to save time. Man, that keeps falling over. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off because it's about dead anyway. But anyway, that's what if I had a tip to show you, just write out everything that you're gonna do for a scene, and then shoot that scene. And if it's an exterior shot, shoot every scene that involves that exterior. And then when you can cut that up later to where it's going from inside, outside, back and forth. That'll save you some time. You only have to build it one time, shoot all of your shots, and then you can take it apart and use those parts in other places. I do that quite a bit because I have a lot of Legos, but I don't have a lot of certain things. So I might take something, an exterior, and then flip it, and then or take it apart and reconstruct something on the interior using the same bricks and blocks and all that stuff. So that's why it's important to write things down. Write out your script, and if you're shooting for a minute or two, write it out. Write down every detail that you can think of, every scene, every shot, and just shoot it like that. And then you can always go back and edit those out, cut them up and edit them into where it makes sense, or however you're going to make your story flow. Well, I got 2% left. Deep stuff. Well, that's pretty basic. I would say that you need to start out with the basics, and then later you can learn more and more different techniques, better techniques, or stuff like that that'll make the video a lot more enjoyable to watch. So if you're not good at that, just work on the basics first, and then later the other stuff will come. Like if you watch some of my earlier work, there's not a lot of stuff going on. There's just the bare minimum. And then in Gray Matters, I felt like I employed a lot of techniques that I've learned recently. And that's why that's one of my favorite ones, because it's kind of a snapshot of where I'm at as an animator as far as quality. Like, it's a good little snapshot of where I'm at as an animator, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Well, Darren, that's cool. Some people are like that. They can remember everything in their head, and that's a good an advantage that you have, because when I think of something, a lot of times it'll escape me later when because I'm not always doing this. I'm doing other stuff too. So a lot of times I have to take a break and do other things, and then by the time I get to come back and do it, I may have forgotten kind of what I was trying to do. So it's good that you can remember everything in your head. I can't. I got so much stuff going on. I really can't keep up with it. So I just try to do what I can. I write down stuff so I don't forget. Because there's nothing worse than having something really awesome that you want to do, and then you're like, dang, what was that? I want to, and then you might remember it later, but odds are you're probably going to forget it, and then it'll never be there. Dafter Things says he enjoys writing this stuff. I do too. I have I guess I would say a writer's approach to it, because I can't just animate something without knowing what I'm going to be doing. Like, it almost has to have a story for me to even get excited about it or motivated to do it. So if if my heart's not in it, I don't really want to do it. A lot of people can they can churn out videos, every week, every few days. I can't do that, because if my heart's not in it, I don't feel like it's a good story, and then I feel like I'm wasting my time, and then I'm wasting the viewers' time, because if there's nothing to be gained from it, then it's like, what's the point? Why are we doing this? And it's good to practice and do stuff. I'm not saying that you shouldn't make videos for practice. I'm just saying it's good that you I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just good to be able to give somebody something that they expect, and you're not backtracking. Like I can make a video and it'd be really crappy, but I feel like that would be backtracking on where I'm at with the viewers. Like, if they're expecting a good animation, I want to give them at least that, and maybe a little bit more with each one. I want to up it just a little bit each time. I don't know if he's still here. Halo Scout, you still here? Sound off, man. Hello, everybody. I'm winding down. I got about 4 minutes and I got to go. I hope you enjoyed my little Covenant dropship. It was a tough one. I'm glad that you feel the same way. I'm not alone. And if you really think about it, like, there are so many people making YouTube videos that they can't all be good. Like, there's got to be a ton of garbage out there, and you just gotta. I don't want to fall into that category. I want to be at least on toward the top of the list as far as what's watchable and what's entertaining. Yes, I could get like an industrial hairdryer and just blow this thing until it melts and goes away, and people might watch that, but I don't see the value in it. So I always feel like it has to be something good. Otherwise, I can't commit to it. All right, guys, we're in for an hour. The Raging Crowfish, I am doing good. Cowfish, sorry. Braden, well, if you have a cell phone, most people do, and that's kind of why I use a cell phone, is because it's always on me. I'm pretty familiar with how it works, so there's nothing I don't understand about it. A lot of people have expensive cameras and expensive equipment and that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But if you don't have to have that stuff, you should use what you have available. That way your channel's not always in the red. You know what I mean? Like, you're spending more to produce your videos than your videos are making. So I try to keep everything the bare minimum of what you need, as far as a computer, or the computer I have is old. It's probably 5 years old. It still works, and it has some issues, but I'm not going to get a new computer until the old one is completely unusable. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, try to do everything with what you have already, and that will save you time, save you money, and that's the main thing. And you also don't have to learn a bunch of stuff. Like, if I had an expensive camera, I'd probably spend a week trying to figure out how to work it. And I don't want to spend a week trying to figure out how to work it. I just want to make my videos and be done. Hope that makes sense. Ah, yeah, he probably left. Hello, average man. How are you? I was answering your question and I kind of got off on a tangent. So a basic cell phone, probably around $200, and then it should come with all the equipment. If it has a USB connection, you can connect it to your computer. And then if you have a decent computer, you can upload your images and you can edit those images. So you shouldn't have any trouble with that. A lot of them will automatically start uploading your photos and videos as soon as you plug them in, and that's convenient. You just hit upload, and there you go. Also, if you have a tablet, that works good. All good things. But the main thing is kind of have fun with it. Don't overthink it. And you, as you go on, you'll definitely improve in what you can do. Like, I couldn't do very much when I first started, but now I can do. I feel, pretty confident in what I'm doing is going to work out. So you'll learn your tricks and stuff like that along the way. So don't give up. You have to soldier through. All right, guys. I think I gotta go. Check me out again next Friday. I should have something for you. And stay cool out there. Drink plenty of fluids. I'll talk to you later.